One of the most exciting things about being an interior designer is the fact that you can fully customize a project to every detail and every fabric and every stitch. But sometimes the most daunting thing about being an interior designer is the fact that you have to fully customize a piece of furniture, every fabric, every stitch. And that can be overwhelming at times, especially for young designers. But the good news is that today we are talking about COM, one of the most common ways you can customize a furniture product. And we're gonna break it down nice and simple for you. Hello there, my name is KLSY and I am the founder and creative director of KLSY, a full-service interior design firm specializing in small and boutique style businesses. Welcome back to our design video series where we give insights and education to clients and our fellow designers about all things commercial interior design. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and follow us on Instagram. Also, be sure to check out our website at www.klsy.design. There you can sign up for our email newsletter where you can receive more project updates, industry insights, educational content, and also have access to all of our designer cheat sheets. Our designer cheat sheets are free printable PDFs that go along with a lot of our videos on this design series. So if you want more information about all the topics that we've been talking about or a quick printable reference that you can have at your desk when you're designing, then be sure to sign up for our newsletter. That is the only way you can access them. Today, I'm joined by my good friend Brook from Bernhardt Design. Brook, thank you so much for being on the show. Welcome.
So happy to be here.
So before we get into today's topic, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Bernhardt.
I'm Brooke Bizio. Hi guys. Hi out there. And I'm with Bernhardt Design. I started here in April of 2022. I'm a business development for them. Really excited to be a part of Bernhardt, which is a family-owned company. We are on our fourth generation of the Bernhardt family. And we've been around for 128 years.
Oh my God.
So we're a very old brand.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah.
I knew that you guys have been around for a long time, but I didn't realize it was literally 120 something years.
So we have a lot of history. We're based and headquartered in Lenoir, North Carolina, and that's where we're manufactured. All of our goods are made to order. With Bernhardt Design, our creative president of our company, Jerry Helling, has a lot of different designers come in and they design new products for us. We have a wide variety. They're not just furniture designers. We have some musicians designing textiles for us. We have Terry Crews designing new furniture for us. So there's not just your typical furniture designer designing for us, which is really wonderful for the brand to expand in a different way of thinking.
I love your stuff. I've always loved Bernhardt, your style. It's commercial, but it feels upscale.
Yeah, we're here in our showroom, which is 20,000 square feet, right on Lower Madison Avenue, which is wonderful. And it's a really wonderful space that's been curated to show 80% of our line, which is unlike any other showroom we have.
I understand that in addition to working with Bernhardt, you do some things on the side?
Yes. So with my position, I started New York Emerging Designer Network. And I have been building a network for designers and architects through the New York City area. And with that, we have 4 events a year. Each event is going to be different. Need to the designer. We have so many different events that we're coming up with. Our first event was with Rodolfo, who was our creative director for Neocon showroom. And we also have events, sketch classes for designers and architects to add to their portfolios.
We are going to plug Brook's designer and architect networking organization down in the description box, and we'll also mention how you guys can get involved at the end. Thanks so much for telling us about that.
Yeah, it's a great group. You'll really be able to meet friends that you'll have like forever.
All right, so let's get into it. What is COM? What does it stand for?
Customers own material. Customer owned material, the designer is able to pick any textile material to put onto their piece that they are speccing. And what Bernhardt Design does for you is we will test it to see if it's applicable to that piece of furniture. And it's very important because to get stitching right and for the application process, it needs to go through a series of different testing to see if it can be on commercial grade furniture.
So what are some of the benefits of a designer going the route of COM rather than just selecting a standard fabric or finish right from the manufacturer's selections?
I see a lot of COMs through designers that have to get a exact color. With Bernhardt, we don't see a lot of, because we have such a large collection of bleachable, cleanable stuff to match exactly a logo or another manufacturer. So there's a lot of flexibility where you don't have to do a COM. If needed, we have that option available.
That's a good point. You know, if you have a logo, if you have a very specific color palette that you're looking to match.
Yeah, a lot of end users have colors they need to stick to. Another benefit to COMs, once you have a special textile on there, it's going to be a one of a kind. So it's not going to be a duplicated chair, which is really important to clients at the end of the day to have something special in their space to really highlight it.
Yeah, especially higher end clients that are spending a lot of money. They're really looking for something that is unique. Yeah. They want that wow factor in their space. They don't want it to look like everybody else's.
Every time we test a textile, it's going to be put into Bernhardt's database. So a textile you pick from another manufacturer might be already approved, already tested, and it's accessible on the website for you to find.
So what does that mean? You guys are testing these fabrics. What are you testing?
So we're testing if it's able to be applied to the furniture. It's upholstery, it can go on seamlessly, if it's going to stay, the durability of it. They do rub tests to make sure it's that long-term lasting commercial grade furniture that you're paying for.
So really just testing the durability, the application. Can you even put this?
Yeah, a lot of textiles you can't, and people don't understand that. Sometimes need a backing to some of them, and the pull of a textile, some are pretty tight, and that's great for the durability of a commercial. I think it's like great to, especially when you're going through the showroom with a client, to really let them know that every single textile won't be able to go on the piece that they've spec'd. Especially for a commercial project, there's so much testing and regulations the textile has to go through to be commercial grade. So it will be there for a long time and really last. I always tell my clients that just because you see a wall of textiles, not all of those are tested. And that's really, as a rep standpoint, you really have to make sure that it's tested, because you could go through projects not knowing. So having that communication with the factory and the sales team is a huge deal.
Always double check, triple check with your reps to make sure that the fabric you've specified can actually be applied to that piece of furniture.
And your rep will double check that. They of course will.
What about lead times? Does COM affect lead times at all? Because you are creating this highly custom piece.
That's going to depend on the mill. So whatever textile you're selecting and the mill lead time, once it gets to Bernhardt, it's going to be made to order. The standard lead time is 8 to 10 weeks. If it's a larger piece of furniture, it could be 14 weeks, but 8 to 10 weeks is a standard lead time.
Let's talk about process now. Walk me through the general process that a designer would go through if they wanted to specify a COM for a piece of furniture.
So if you're specifying, I would say to you, the first thing you would do would be to select the piece of furniture. And then with that, you would then select the textile. And then if it happened to be COM, you would reach out to your rep and they would direct you if it was tested or has been tested in the past. If it was not, we would then have you send 2 8x8 memos to the factory.
Memo as in like that piece of fabric?
Yeah, you would send it directly to our factory in Lenoir, North Carolina, and they would test it from there. So you're sending 3 memos total.
What happens from there? What happens if the fabric is rejected? What does that look like?
That happens a lot. A lot of fabrics are not approved on everything. If that comes across, we kind of reselect, and a lot of times textile pieces that designers send to us, we have another textile that is very similar. So then I'll send alternates. And then I'll also pull from our COM database. If Bernhardt Textiles does not have a textile in that collection. I'll pull from the database.
And then if the fabric was approved and everything's great, then they would just send you something that says, yes, this is acceptable, and you guys could place the orders from there.
Yes.
Before we close out, I know you talked a little bit about the furniture that you guys have, the furniture designers that you work with. You guys also have a textile line. Do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Bernhardt Design has Bernhardt Textiles. With that, we have a lot of bleach cleanable, which has been very important through COVID, and a lot of durable textiles that you'll see a wide variety of different patterns, textures. We have real leather, faux leather. All of the textiles you see on the wall that is showcased at our showroom are going to be approved on our furniture. There's a great variety for designers to pick for their projects. There's new collections coming out. Bernhardt Design is a wonderful brand that really produces new and upcoming textiles and really launches them, and they're available immediately, which I think is hard for manufacturers to do sometimes. They'll launch and it won't be available for a year later. So I think that's really important that we're very accessible. Once something's launched on our website, you're able to purchase and you're able to order that. And our textile line does really well for COM. So people are ordering yards and yards of it. And we have a variety of price points from $40 to $100 per yard. So flexibility with pricing, and Bernhardt definitely is a brand that prices out wonderfully.
Can someone specify a Bernhardt textile on a different manufacturer's piece of furniture?
Yeah, we have a lot of that. Our textiles collection has been doing really well. Our leather has huge success in the commercial grade world. So there's a lot of yardage of Bernhardt leather being bought. And then in the New York showroom, Katrine is our textile creative manager. And she is coming out with new textiles for the line to be added to, which is wonderful. And she's also going to be joining me in about a week or two for the New York Emerging Designer Network. And she's going to go in further into what a COM is. And how that process is and what the application process is.
So this video will most likely be out after you have this event, but if there's any designers in the area that are looking to join your new networking organization or they want more information, how can they find out?
You can definitely email me, and Bernhardt has a Instagram that we're very active on called BD Design NY, and you can DM me and send me your email, or just call the showroom and we'll hook you up and really get you into our emerging designer program.
People can do the same if they're looking for their local Bernhardt Design rep.
Yeah, we'll definitely answer a DM for sure.
Well, thank you again, Brooke, and to Bernhardt Design for not only this collaboration, but also for hosting us in your beautiful showroom. I always love coming here. And to be notified the next time we post a video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified as soon as we post another video. Be sure to check out our Instagram at klsy.design. And that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.